Hello everyone. Welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 59 named spiral matrix 2. In this problem, we are given a positive integer n and we have to generate an n by n matrix filled with element from 1 to n square in a spiral order. That means in the first example, we are given the value n is 3. That means we have to generate a 3 by 3 matrix where each value from 1 to n square, that means 1 to 3 square, that means 9, is presented in a spiral order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is presented in a spiral order. So we are given the input value n, and finally we have to return this spiral matrix. And the constraint are the value of n can be in between 1 to 20. I hope you understood the problem statement as well as the example. Now let's move on to the solution. In this problem, we have taken the first example. In the first example, the value of n is 3. So here we have to generate a 3 by 3 matrix where each value from 1 to 9 will be present in a spiral order. Now let's see how can we do it. We can solve this problem by using the 4 pointers. At first, the top pointer will indicate the top row. The bottom pointer will indicate the bottom row. And left pointer will indicate the left column. And right pointer will indicate the right column. And by using these 4 pointers, we will solve the problem. Now at first, the value of the left is 0 and the value of the top is 0 and the value of the right is 2 and the value of the bottom is 2. And the index position of this matrix start from 0, 1, 2 and 0, 1, 2. Okay. Now, at first, we will run a for loop from top to right. So here, the loop will continue from top to right. Now, here, at first, we are presented at these positions. So we have to add the element, which is 1. Now, after adding, we have to increase the value of element. Now the element will be 2. Now we are presented here. We have to put 2 here. Now we have to increase the element 3. Now we are presented here and we have to put 3 here. So we have completed iteration in the 1 row. Now, after completed iteration from top to the right positions, we have to increment the value of top by 1. That means top plus plus. Now, the value of top will be 1 instead of 0. Now again, we have to run a loop from top to bottom. Now, as top is pointing to these positions, so we have to run a for loop from top to bottom. Now, bottom is pointing to these positions. So here, now we are at these positions and we have to add 4 here. Now we are at these positions, then we have to add 5 here. After that, the value of the element will be 6. Now, as we completed iterations in the downwards positions, now we have to iterate from right to left. So we have, after that, we completed the iteration from top to bottom. We have to decrement the value of right by 1. That means the right value is 1 right now instead of 2. Now, we have to run a loop from right to left, where the right value is 1. So right is pointing here. And left value is 0. So left is pointing here. Now we have to take this element and this element where the value is 6 and 7. So here the value will be 6 and 7. After putting 7, the value will become 8. Now, as we run the loop from the right positions to the left positions, after that, we have to decrement the value of bottom by 1. Then here, the value of the bottom will be 1 instead of 2. So now, we have to run a loop again from bottom to top. So bottom to top. Now, the position is this. So we have to put 8 here as we are going to the upwards. Now after performing the loop from bottom to top, we have to increment the value of left. Now our left is pointing to this column. So now again, as we completed this statement, this statement, this statement, and this statement, and as this is a repetitive loop, so again, after completing the final statement, we will have to get back to the first statement here. Now again, we have to run a loop from top to right. So our top positions is here and our right positions is here. So we have to iterate in this cell. So here we have to put 9. Now, as we have completed iteration in a spiral order and put all of the value in the spiral order, so we have generated the respective matrix. I hope you understood the algorithm. Now let's move on to the code. In this algorithm, the code is pretty simple. At first, we have taken the 4 pointers and the matrix, where each value of the matrix initially is 0, and take the element which is 1. Then, after that, we have run a loop from left to right and put the element in the corresponding positions and increment the value of the element. After that, we have to increment the value of top. Similarly, we have run a loop from top to bottom and put the corresponding element to the matrix and increment the value of the element and decrement the value of the right. After that, again, we have to run a loop from right to left and put the element and decrease the bottom value. Similarly, for the top to bottom. After that, we have to store the temporal vector in a final result and finally return the answer. I hope you understood the code. Now let's move on to the time and space complexity analysis of this program. In this program, the time complexity is big O of n square, where n is the dimension of the matrix, and the space complexity is also big O of n square, where n is the dimension of the matrix. I hope you understood the code and the time and space complexity. Thank you everyone for watching this video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.